Hello and welcome to the ABVI Sewing Facility Process Improvement Project. These are the SewLean team members, all fifth-year industrial engineering students at the Rochester Institute of Technology. The Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired, or ABVI, provides employment for non-traditional workers. This is an in-process Air Force training uniform, the product that was the main focus of this project.
Some of the processes are blind and visually impaired friendly. Like this machine, it shows a worker sewing the Velcro to the pocket panels. Another example is sewing the elastic waistbands together.
The project goal is to understand the current state at ABVI, recommend a new layout to improve flow, and determine required steps for a 25% increase in production, allowing ABVI to accept additional work. Several key performance indicators, or KPIs, were defined to measure project success. Current state data was collected for each KPI, as well as target values for each metric. Perfect state layout achieves a continuously flowing line with little to no interruptions or stops. The original layout required transportation across the floor, adding time to the process. This flow diagram with overlapping crossed paths shows inefficiencies in the old process. As a Kaizen event, a magnetic layout was developed to hang on a wall at ABVI. The team created 3 layout recommendations during the event. A combination of team and operator input was submitted as the final recommendation. The new layout focuses on moving the pocket and reflector workstations closer to the main line, creating well-defined U-shaped flow, and placing blind and visually impaired jobs along the tour route. The pant line was condensed, creating additional space for non-sewing production.
There are 2 starting points to the line, one for the pant shells and the other for the liners. The liner side of the process begins here, and the material is slowly passed from station to station until the liners are sewn together completely and are placed on the inspection table. The shells start on the opposite side of the room from the liners. They begin as 4 separate panels. Each panel is placed on a heat press that adds reflectors to the leg. The panels are then bundled and brought to the line where the pockets are added. The shells pass through station to station with different sewing steps performed at each station. The stations are lined up in order so the material can move in a U-shaped flow. In between each station, there is inventory that is stored. Each employee sews at a different rate so the pants move at varying speeds. Once the shells are finished, they are placed in a bin that is then moved to inspection table to be checked for defects. The pocket process begins with panels that move from the labeling station to the Velcro station, which can happen either at this station or this station. The panels are then put together in pairs and stored in boxes before moving to the next station to be sewn together. They then get stored on a shelf and moved to the next station where they are sewed to the shells. Both the liners and the shells are inspected on the same table. From there, the liners get placed inside the shells, creating the pants. The pants now move through the line and are attached through several stations that include attaching the waist and ankle elastic, adding a buttonhole, and serging the pants. Once the pants are completely sewn together, they reach final inspection, where they are checked one final time for defects. The pants are then packed in boxes, placed on a pallet, and shipped to the customer.
There's a large amount of inventory between stations. WIP levels were monitored to help balance the line and improve the flow. Throughput was multiplied by cycle time of each station to calculate WIP. 4 stations had actual WIP that exceeded calculated WIP. To document current state, time studies were conducted and analyzed. Using calculated takt times, 5 bottleneck stations were identified pre-ramp-up and 7 stations post-ramp-up. For the production ramp-up, recommendations were compiled for ABVI, including hiring 4 employees, purchasing 4 machines, lowering takt, and maintaining the current blind visually impaired ratio.
Currently, ABVI workers store partially and fully assembled pockets in cardboard boxes that they label with Post-it notes. These cardboard boxes can be found on 2 different shelves and at stations as shown. ABVI has an excessive amount of pockets on their floor, resulting in a lot of inventory. To reduce this pocket inventory, the SewLean team has purchased 2 different plastic bin styles to hold pockets. The idea is that if all of these bins are full, the workers should not be producing pockets. Once a bin becomes empty, workers can begin producing pockets again.
Thanks!